Welcome to Vibrant Numerals. Today we're going to explore the magical number of 173 and look at how its numerical vibration can influence your reality. I'm Elizabeth, and I help spiritual practitioners and number enthusiasts to apply numerology to their practice and to their life. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified of other videos that come out.
So this vibration of 173 is kind of starting us at a different place than we're used to. So this whole numerical vibration is starting at a place of growth. So it's having to make the growth of that vibration of 3, make that change, let that growth start happening before you're able to take the action. So a lot of times we're used to taking the action so the growth can happen, but here it's actually letting the growth happen. So now the action can be taken. And I think it's specifically this action within flow that we need to grow so that flow is occurring. So the action that we're taking is not forced, but is a smooth transitional action that we're taking. And once we're able to make this growth that leads to this action and flow, now we can experience this new beginning. And once we kind of go through this process of growing enough to let the action begin to flow into this new beginning, now we start getting to the vibration of 11, which then leads into the vibration of 2. And so one of the phrases that vibrates at this numerical vibration of 173 is time for new path. So I think this phrase of time for new path is interesting, especially when we think about how its numerical vibration is 173. And so we see here, okay, time for a new path, and what are we doing on that new path? We're taking action, we're moving forward. But we're not able to take that action or move forward on this new path until we first make the growth. So it's almost like that growth, that 3 that's happening, is what's letting that new path appear. Is letting us see that that new path is an actual option. And once it is an option, now we can take the action of that 7 in flow to be able to move along that path. So this is not at all like forging your way, like forcing this path. It's not action forcefully. And it's not like making this path. It's almost like when you are growing in a way that opens your eyes and your perspective to see this new path and to see this new path as a possibility and an option for you, now you can take that action and you can walk along this path with that action and flow to be able to get to that new beginning of whatever this new path holds. And so then we have to kind of think about how this time for new path resonates as an 11 and how does it resonate as a 2, and what does that look like to be able to make that shift from an 11 to a 2. So time for new path as 11 is really how we would typically think of a crossroads, where it's almost like you're trying to straddle between these two paths. You're trying to create that balance. You're trying to be on two paths at the same time, where you're not at a crossroads where you are choosing a path, but it's actually balancing between these two paths. And so I think that when time for a new path is resonating at 11, it's during that time of growth where we're um, trying to get to this growth point where we could actually see the new path, but not just see the new path, but see it as an option for ourselves. So you may be starting to grow and recognize that there's a new path there, but you're still trying to straddle between these two paths to figure it out as you continue to grow and expand. Then, when you are getting to this vibration of two, now you're bringing those two paths together for a new path. So this is almost like, oh, wait a minute, the new path isn't over here and it's not about me balancing between the two, but it's actually right here in the middle, or it's a big section in the middle that makes these two paths one new path. Um, and that's where that growth comes in, of really allowing ourselves to grow enough and be patient enough with ourselves to get to that point where we can actually see the path. So then our action on that path really is in flow. And it's not this choppy trying to balance or trying to force it or figure it out, but we're able to actually flow along the path and get to the new beginning that this new path is leading us to. And so when we're thinking about taking action to move from that 11 of the balancing or straddling between the two paths to the two, a good question to ask ourselves is there a way for us to create a new center path that incorporates both paths at this crossroads? So when we're at this crossroads, we're not saying, okay, we can only take one path or the other, or we have to figure out how to straddle between the paths. But can we allow ourselves to grow where we are able to create this new center path that either is a brand new path that is separate from these other paths, or that's large enough that now we're bringing these paths together to create something new, which is in that vibration of two, and having this brand new path that incorporates the two paths that we initially were trying to straddle.
I hope this video was helpful for you. You can click these other videos to get some more numerology information just like this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified for other videos. And click below to get the free numerology calculations guide.